Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. I am currently in cozy little introvert recharge mode. Let me just sort my glasses out real quick. This is our last cross-stitching stream of October. So even though I'm running a little lower energy today, I still wanted to show up and try to finish these keychains today. So we'll see how much we get done. I tried my best to finish 5 out of the 6 so that we could spend more time working on the actual keychain making, I guess. But I didn't get that far. I'm almost finished the 5th one. So we're gonna work on these and see how they go. But yeah, so I am in energy conservation mode is the best way I can describe it. As you guys are aware, I organized a Practical Magic themed baby shower for Liam's cousin, and that was this Saturday, and it was an amazing success. It honestly could not have gone any better. The guests of honor thoroughly enjoyed themselves. Everyone else did. It was an amazing time. But in true introvert nature, I am very tired now. I think all of the planning and, leading up to the day and making sure that everything was accounted for, and then just the sheer volume of people. Like, we just had, sort of our immediate family of it, at the event, and that's still, 16 people. So we had, 16 people, which included I wouldn't call him a toddler, a 5-year-old and Shadow. So it was a lot in terms of energy levels. So yeah, I'm still, like I said, recharging from that. But so yeah, that happened on Saturday, and it's now Tuesday and I'm still tired. I've not been sleeping the best. My back's a bit sore and things, so I'm sure that doesn't help with the recovery time. But yeah, so just trying to regain my socialization energy in anticipation for Friday, when I pick my best friend up from the airport. She's coming to visit me after 3 years of not seeing each other due to pandemic stuff in life. I'm going to be spending 5 days of nonstop UK adventures with her, which I'm very excited for, but I do know that it's going to require a lot of energy from me. So I'm trying my best to rebuild that. Unfortunately, I guess, and fortunately, this week is still quite busy. It's Liam's birthday today, which is very exciting. So we have family coming over this evening to celebrate his birthday. So we're basically having another gathering on top of the other Saturday gathering. And then he's going to be away golfing tomorrow, which is fine. That doesn't impact me at all. And then Thursday, we're going to support him and my friend do a fire walk in support. It's a fundraising event for a local children's charity that our really close friend's son is heavily involved in. So that's happening Thursday night, and then I'm driving to the airport to pick up my friend. And then Saturday, we're driving to Avebury and Bath. And then Sunday, we're going to be in Glastonbury and possibly going to some castle that she's interested in. Then Monday, we're driving home. She has a tattoo appointment where we're going to get matching tattoos. Tuesday, we're then doing Highgate Cemetery and afternoon tea and like witchy bookshops all like in London, and then Wednesday she goes home. So it'll be 5 days of jam-packed, you know, spooky gallivanting all over the place, which again I'm very excited for, but I'm already kind of tired just thinking about it. So I need to yeah, save myself a little bit. But yeah, so we're just, you know, having a low energy, chill cross-stitching session today. Trying to get these potion bottles done, and then we're going to turn them into some keychains, hopefully. That will then be part of our 200 subscriber See, I'm asleep. The 200 follower giveaway is what these keychains will be made for. Speaking of which, we have officially crossed the 180 follower threshold, which is very exciting. That means we are 20 followers away from 200, which is incredibly exciting. Thank you guys so much for everybody who has already followed, people who have subbed, people who have supported me on Ko-fi. It's just been incredible. We're not even at the year mark of me streaming. That will happen in January. So it's just been a really exciting year of, you know, growing this channel, growing my confidence in, you know, crafting and collaborating and connecting with some really amazing people on here. And I'm just really thankful for the opportunity to do this. So, yeah. It was funny because not only, you know, I had a big event that I had been sort of planning since June, and I video chatted with my parents yesterday, and my mom, she's been part of this quilt guild and was one of the co-chairs of this annual quilt show that the quilt guild puts on every year. So she's been working for over a few years now to put together this annual quilt show. And so that also happened on Saturday. So it was good because then on the Monday we were able to sort of debrief about this respective successes of our party planning. So that was really cool. Mind you, you know, I think they had like 1,200 people at this venue, at this event. And, you know, according to her vision became actualized, you know, in terms of what she wanted the space to look like and how she wanted, you know, the show to go. So she's very pleased with that. I think there was a lot of like shenanigans going on behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. So I think it was a bit more stressful at times than maybe she would have wanted. So I don't think she wants to do any more of that anytime soon. It was one of those where she did it, checked it off a bucket list, you know, given a check mark. I don't have to do it again. So I think that's where she's at in that respect. And I respect her for that. I think I'll still, you know, I quite enjoy, like, well, I've told you guys before how I love a theme. So I quite enjoy, you know, party planning and decorating and actualizing, you know, an event like that. I just need a lot of time to recover afterwards. So we're trying. One of the free chill channels on Pretzel Rocks is Chill Jazz. So that's what we're trying today. So if you see a lot of, you know, it's a lot of woodwind serenading that is occurring. So of the 6, we have Snake Oil and Crow's Feet left. So we've done Eye of Dragon, Zombie Tonic, Snail Slime, and Poison. We did these first 2 on stream, and I was able to finish the other 2 off stream. Now we're on this guy. So like I had said, this is the last cross-stitching stream of this month, because my friend is coming to visit, and I have a bunch of, stuff going on over the next couple of weeks. Stream is again sort of like split into a couple of weeks. So this week, we have cross stitch, then we won't have Thursday, Friday this week, but then the following week we won't have Tuesday, but we will have Thursday, Friday. I'm not sure. So Thursday is our needle felting stream, and Friday will be our Flashback Friday Halloween games, nostalgic gameplay. Both of those are currently there we go. The schedule is currently posted there. I need to post that on Discord as well. I just haven't had a chance to. I almost forgot to post it actually yesterday, even on Instagram. I had made the schedule, and then just, again, I am tired, so it took me a minute to remember. But yes, so I'm not sure actually in terms of the needle felting stream and the Friday stream what we're going to do. We have a few options, because originally, my two main needle felting plans or needle felting goals was to make a cute ghost, which we've made 2 of. We've made one that was based off of a ceramic Michael's product that I took a picture of, and then the other one is based off of our unofficial stream mascot Phantasma, which will be also part of our 200 follower giveaway, a little mini Phantasma for a lucky viewer. And then the other one was to make like little pumpkins, and so I managed to turn those into earrings, which I have been wear testing the last couple of days, and they have been holding up really well, which makes me really confident in the idea of that being a potential like product that I could sell over time, if I ever create enough like merchandise stock, and 2, have the confidence to set that all up. So that is one of the ultimate goals moving forward, at least, I don't know, I want to say next year, to slowly acquire enough things that I can actually create, like open a shop either on Ko-fi or on Etsy. Probably on Ko-fi, just because I've been hearing a lot of shenanigans about the back end of Etsy for small creators. So there's that. But yeah, so those were the 2 sort of needle felting goals that I had for the month, and we've completed them. So I'm not sure if we want to go about making more pumpkins, more ghosts, or if we should do some other sort of Halloween spooky adjacent thing. I've already made a bat. But yeah, so we have possible options. I'm open to spooky suggestions. Additionally, for the nostalgic stream, we started playing Nightmare Before Christmas last Friday. We got, decent. To be fair, again, it was first playthrough, so I don't know how big the game is. I know there's a bunch of stuff we haven't unlocked yet, so I think we still have a lot of work to do in terms of completing that game. But we do have 2 other Halloween related games as well. So we have the Addams Family game for the Game Boy and the Haunted Mansion for the PS2. So I'm not sure if we want to continue playing Nightmare Before Christmas or if we want to play something else. So probably next week, unless anyone has any opinions now, but I'll probably do some polls again on Instagram leading up to that Thursday, Friday of the following week, probably on Wednesday after I drop my friend off at the airport. That's when I'll, be engaging with content again. I'm sure we'll take a bunch of photos while we're gallivanting around the country, but whether or not I actually post anything while she's here, I'm not sure. It might just be afterwards. You guys just might get like an overload of content just because I'll have time. But yeah. Okay. basically what I'm saying is next week, the plan is to stream. The actual content of said streams is a little bit up in the air in terms of what we are going to do. But we'll figure it out. I have faith in us. Okay. I did a French knot in this one, and it turned out not bad. I actually hate French knots. They're the bane of my existence, but because this whole pattern set only had one French knot, I let them off. I was like, it's fine, we can do one, and it'll be okay. One of the other things I want to do, well, in and amongst, you know, all the actual events and stuff, there's like prepping to have guests in the house. So luckily, because we did have that party on Saturday, the downstairs of the house is pretty clean so far. They'll probably have to hoover again. Liam and his family are quite messy eaters. So I'm sure after tonight, there will be tons of crumbs all over the floor that will require a hoover. So I'll probably do that. Oh my goodness. Hi, Connie. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello. How are you today? I saw you got to meet Tom Fletcher. That must have been super exciting. I hope you're having a fabulous Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, it is. Ooh, did I do this wrong? Yes, I did. I just need to... Good afternoon. How are you? What have you been up to today? I hope you've had a fabulous weekend so far. I am tired. So I'm a bit lower energy than usual, but that's okay. Okay, let's do this again, but properly. Some positive rolls. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome. Is that an old saw or is that like a current one that you're working on? Because Lord knows that I have a saw that's already over that I've not progressed on very much. Old one, yeah. That sounds really cool though. That sounds nice. You know? Nice little like mantras, I'm sure. It's almost like magic, you know, like stitching positive vibes into existence. I feel like is almost like a type of magic for sure. Excuse me. I'm trying to think next month, because like I said, this is the last cross-stitching stream of the month. We're going to be starting, November is going to be the start of our Studio Ghibli month. So that is another project that I have to get all prepped and ready to go. That shouldn't take long though. We have all of the supplies. We just got to do the prepping. So that should be a-okay. But I think it's going to be a massive project. So I think originally I was going to do like a bit of a Studio Ghibli inspired Flashback Friday game situation. But there isn't really. There's only one game that has some sort of relationship to the Studio Ghibli universe, and that's because I think Studio Ghibli animated a bunch of the cutscenes in this particular game. So I was gonna play that one. But now I'm not so sure, because I really want to put a decent amount of effort into the cross stitch. So we might just do cross stitch twice a week, just to really try to get her done. But we'll see. Who knows? I can be persuaded either way. Also, Connie, if you have to raid and run, I appreciate it. Go hydrate yourself. Go sort yourself out. But if not, you know I love when you stick around. I love spending time with you. Got all my shoes and something for a bit. Oh, sounds good. Greetings! Good afternoon, Saul. How are you this afternoon? I hope you're having a fabulous Tuesday so far. We are working towards finishing up our potion cross stitches with the goal of turning them into keychains by the end of stream. You're swell, excellent. Yeah, day is going a-okay. I am trucking along, getting stuff done. That's all I can really ask. We have people coming over tonight. Well, family coming over tonight to celebrate Liam's birthday. So I am in, sort of introvert recharge mode in anticipation for that. It's just family, like it's my in-laws and stuff, and it's one of those where so this week I'm only live on Tuesday, and then next week I'm not live on Tuesday, but live Thursday, Friday. Yeah, so I've sort of again had to split the stream schedule up like in over 2 weeks. So yeah, this week is just Tuesday, and then the following week is Thursday, Friday. So we're sort of chopping and changing things up a little bit, because I'm going to be gallivanting around with my best friend from Canada, who I've not seen in over 2 years. 3 years now. So that'll be very exciting. Yeah. Yeah, I posted them both just because it seemed kind of silly to only post like essentially a single stream for the week, so I did both of them. But yeah, now I'm like questioning whether or not I posted the correct second slide. Maybe I just repeated the same thing twice. Yeah, I'll send him wishes. Send him all the birthday wishes. You did? Oh, perfect. It's all good. Honestly, I've been like walking around in a bit of a daze for the last 3 days. So I wouldn't put it past me. But yeah, luckily, like my in-law, my extended family are pretty chill in the sense of if I'm like I am not really in like the headspace to socialize, they're totally fine with it. So I think that will be sort of what happens tonight, which is okay. But yeah, should be alright though. I made a cake real quick. I felt bad because we didn't have any cake in the house. So I quickly whipped together. Liam's favorite cake is Victoria Sponge, but he also loves Nutella. So instead of putting like buttercream and jam in the center of the Victoria Sponge to like stick the two layers together, I mixed a bunch of Nutella with icing sugar to sort of give it like a more of an icing consistency, and put that in the center of the cake. So we've got all the things needed to have a proper birthday celebration. We ordered food that should be coming shortly after stream is done. And yeah, so things are ticking along. You once missed... No! I feel like Marmite has a bit more of like a translucency to it than Nutella does, but that whole... I'm sure you're... Especially too, like, because you can take a giant glob of Nutella and eat it, but you cannot take a giant glob of Marmite. That shit has to be spread very finely, so your mouth must have been very shocked. The tubs were similar. Why was there Marmite in this house? Yeah, we don't. That's not something that we have in our house. I think my sister-in-law enjoys it though. I can't actually have it because Marmite is just it's like, apparently though, I think Gothy's also mentioned it before as well, that there is gluten-free Marmite. They have made it, or gluten-free Vegemite. Because usually it's like the barley extract from like the bottom of beer drums or something. Like it's something to do with the fermentation process of like alcohols and things, and then they like scrape the stuff off of it, and that's the Marmite. But yeah, so that's full of the glutens, so that's why I can't have it. But allegedly there are gluten-free versions of it that exist, but I've not had any potential inclination to go and find it, so. Did you ever find it? Did you find out why there was Marmite in your house? Were your family trying to prank you? Okay, one more bottle, friends, and then we can start cutting them out and turning them into keychains. I forgot, I wasn't quite sure what to put on the back of the keychains and the like to protect the back of this and whatever, but I've had this like piece of black cardstock for a really long time, so I think that just might be the easiest thing to do. I wasn't sure about like sticking a different colored fabric behind each one, if I should try to like print something on the paper, but I think this will just be the easiest thing. No, never did. It was about 20 years ago. I think it was with a sister. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it was like, what is this weird thing? Let me try it. And then never. Because I'm the type of person, too, where, to be fair, most of the things that I want to try, I do end up finishing. But I'm a sucker for, like, weird packaging. So if there's, like, an interesting packaged food item that looks cool to me, that I'm not, you know, that doesn't have gluten in it, then I would want to try it. So. I wonder if you were to revisit the Marmite now, knowing that it's Marmite and not Nutella, how your taste buds would feel about it. Do you enjoy strong flavors, Saul? I would say, because people say, oh, do you like strong flavors? But it's like, that's a very particular strong flavor. So maybe not. But maybe you would now. back in action. Ooh. Yeah. That's true, actually. Yeah. Maybe if you did some sort of like subathon, you know what I mean? It would be like, you know, if you sub for a month, I'll eat these weird flavors. But never of your own volition. Only for some sort of, you know, gain on your end. That's how I would approach it. Have you ever done a subathon before, Saul? I always think about these sorts of things, but I'm like, I'm not like, I don't know. I'm like not zany or wacky enough to like be like, I'll do these crazy things. Like it would just be like, please, if you don't mind. Like I wouldn't know what sort of things to do. You know what I mean? Oh no, it would be Marmite on dry Weetabix with a foul. Yeah, probably. Probably. It would be a whole nasty scent, smell, texture overload. I feel like your audience does love to wind you up. I have not, but it's on my new list. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm like, what does one do? The only thing I've noticed is that like people just stream for like, I don't know, like 24 hours or something like that. But I'm like, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that. I could, you know, I don't know. Yeah, has the new wheel been accessed yet? Has anybody warranted a spin on the wheel yet? There was quite a lot of things on there. It was quite an assortment of things, varying in certain levels as well. No way! Oh, that's amazing. That's so good to hear. 8 spins. That's awesome. That means it was like in one stream? That's incredible. I'm like, check you out. Oh, tell a lie. 11 spins. Damn. That's even better. I'm like, that's even more impressive. something to sing, bring on a character, play blackjack. We have Discord moving around on Thursday. I had to take one of those meetings. Wow. I was gonna say, that's a lot. You might have to put a limit on the number of spins that you have per stream if it's gonna become like such a thing, you know what I mean? That's amazing though. Yeah, that you must have been quite tired after that stream. Yeah. Was it that somebody got to pick the movie for Thursday movie nights, or? Not half of it. Wow. See, so you too must also be tired and in need for some recharge time. Okay. Oh, that's nice. You have to pick some spooky options. Some Halloween appropriate options. Ooh, that'll be nice. I haven't seen Labyrinth for ages. That's gonna be awesome. That's one of the ones that my my in-laws, like my family, quote a lot. But yeah, I've not seen it. I think it was for like one of my elementary school birthdays. I had my two best friends sleep over, and I wanted it to be sort of like medieval birthday themed. I don't know why. I think the only medieval part of the birthday was that like we watched like a fantasy sort of medieval movie, and I picked that one. See, I thought that the snake oil was the most colorful bottle that we've done, like the one that contained almost all of the colors, but I wonder if this one might be the ultimate one. Guess we'll find out. Really got to, speaking of movies, I got to get back on my Ghibli rewatch. I've sort of not plateaued, but because I've been trying to get a bunch of other stuff done, I've not had time to like sit down and focus on a subbed film. I'm saying it's annoying because like I've been working on this cross stitch trying to get it done, and it's nice. Like I'll usually listen to podcasts or an audiobook or something like that while I'm stitching, or I'll watch a movie if it's something that like doesn't require that much concentration. But it's like you can't look at where you're cross stitching and read subtitles at the same time. It's just not gonna work. So that's not been an option. But maybe tomorrow, if I continue on my to-do list, because I think the next movie I have to watch is one of my favorites of the Ghibli universe. So I think that will be quite an enjoyable experience. as much as, I don't know, like I'm very to-do list oriented, and so I've been doing that the last week, kind of like every day coming up with what the to-do list of the day is. Just leading up to making sure I don't forget to do certain things. And although I find it helpful, sometimes it's like this double-edged sword where sometimes I like break things down into like small chunks to make them easier. But then what happens is then the to-do list then seems very big, and that can then sometimes be a bit overwhelming. So that happens. Oh, that's weird. Okay. But I think I took a bunch of stuff off the list today. The main thing is just like, you know, I don't know. Sometimes you just don't have the energy to clean your house. The main thing too is I desperately need to like wipe down, like clean our bathroom. It's not like it's like disgusting, but it just definitely needs a clean. And it's always such a pain in the ass because it's not as simple as just like dusting and hoovering. It's like when you're dusting in a bathroom, because there's like a lot of moisture from like showering and stuff in there, it's like not just a simple like dry dust. You gotta full on like, I don't know. It just seems more messier. It's annoying. I wish it wasn't that way. But I'll get it done. I just gotta believe in myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got outside today. I got 2 days, so that should be enough time to sort all that out and watch Howl's Moving Castle at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10. So I should have half stitched all of these and then gone back again, because usually I assume that the bottle would be very similar to these ones, where I would then continue this color all the way around, but that's not the case. So that's annoying. It's not annoying, but it's just not what I thought the plan was. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the 13th. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the 13th. Let's just absolutely make damn sure. 1, 2, 3, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the 13th. Cool. Okay. Cool. So now we're just again doing the exact same thing that happened on one side on the opposite side. Oop. lost box. Foot holder. Foot holder. Footrest? I guess foot holder makes sense, kind of. Yeah, footrest. There we go. No, it's not a problem. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that one as well. I'm trying to figure out actually which one is my favorite. I think that one, because it has the snake on it, is really cool. I also like the snail slime one. I think just because I really like purple and green together. Hi, Mr. Dragon Lord. I am doing all right. I'm recharging after a busy weekend. How are you? Yeah, you've been really busy? I think you mentioned that last time. You've just been working really hard, and that's awesome. Just don't burn yourself out though, okay? Make sure you take some time to rest. Get some R&R, rest and relaxation. You don't want to burn out. That's awesome then. Yeah. Well, all the fingers and toes crossed that all of the hard work you've been doing pays off and you get these amazing opportunities. There we go. Okay, what's our next color of choice? Ooh, orange. Okay. I've not like actually looked at all of the charms in a minute. Okay. It's an interesting color combination for crow's feet. I don't know if I would choose that, but it'll look good. It'll really pop. So you can train me then. So I did a bit of digging. R&R stands for rest and recreation or rest and recuperation. Rest and relaxation is fairly recent abbreviation. Could also be read and reviewed. Oh, interesting. I guess rest and recuperation sort of means relaxation. I guess because people don't really use that term anymore. They maybe like modernized it. That's my guess. Because I assume, like, I don't know. In my brain, recuperation and relaxation are sort of the same thing. One's just maybe a more modern version of that. Read and review. I see that within an academic context. Interesting. I love when you research and hit me with some facts, Saul. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose if you're recuperating, you sure to relax seems to more calm down the moment, perhaps. Yeah. Yeah, because I guess I wonder, like, if the term recoup, like, recuperation is, like, to regain something that was lost. So, like, I don't know, regain whatever. Whereas relaxation is, yeah, like a calming of down as opposed to a regaining or a recharging, maybe. Maybe, like, a better synonym for recuperation would be, oh, damn. The word, I had a word and then it disappeared on my brain. Like rest and recovery, maybe? Yeah, like recovery and recuperation are maybe a bit more synonymous as opposed to recuperation and relaxation. Does that make sense? Recuperation. Like I've ever said or heard, I'm gonna get some relaxation. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure it's not. It doesn't. That sounds less grammatically correct, but I'm going to go procure some relaxation. Possibly. Recuperation. The more I say the word, the more it doesn't sound like a real word to me. Even though, you know, that happened to me the other day where I was like spelling something. You know, sometimes when you go to spell a word and it is the correct way to spell it, but you're just looking at it and you're like, that just looks wrong. That doesn't look like a real word. And then you check and Google's like, nah, dude, that is the correct word and it is the correct spelling of the word. And I'm like, seems fake. Positivity. Yeah, I'm overthinking. I didn't see resting cover. Yeah. Yeah, recovery and recuperation seem more closely linked to me. Is positivity not a word, or is it a word but just not spelt that way? Oh. That's another one of those things, though, where it's like just it's like become a word based on like the colloquial use of it. It's like when they add new words into dictionaries every few years. I would have assumed that it would have been added in at some point. Positiveness. I don't like that. I feel like positiveness sounds weird. I definitely prefer the term positivity. Agree. Yeah, right? You're like, positiveness doesn't make sense in my brain. The word nostalgia is a Greek compound made up of two words meaning homecoming and sorrow or despair, and was coined by the 17th century medical student to describe the anxieties displayed by Swiss mercenaries fighting away from home. Interesting. I guess that kind of makes sense because, like, there's a bit of there's sort of a bit of, like, longing and, like, not, like, sadness, but a bit of sort of, like, yeah, I would say, like, longing with nostalgia because it's, like, a desire or, like, a reminiscing of, like, quote-unquote better times. Yeah, I'm feeling sad I come here, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, a sense of, like, I was gonna say that then brings, like, into play, like, the concept of home as well. So to, like, be, I guess if you take the concept of home and mean it, like, as in a space of comfort, and so there's sort of, like, a longing for a space, a comfortable space that you no longer have access to. That's sort of what that sort of makes sense to me in, where it's like these people are fighting away from home, and it's like there's a bit of, like, a longing sadness for a comfortable place that brought joy to you, but because you're no longer able to access that space, then that's where the negative emotion comes in. That makes sense. Because also, too, like, the kind of concept of nostalgia is a bit of, like, looking through, like, a comforting thing, like a comforting time period or lens through, yeah. It can be familiar time, location, or an item. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, not necessarily a sad thing, definitely. Yeah, I don't necessarily think, like, it brings up despair. I think maybe the crux of that is it's a thing that you no longer have access to, and that could be seen as a sort of sadness or despair. But being able, like, your exposure and your memory of that actually brings, like, good memories. That's interesting. Very interesting. My mother-in-law really likes looking up the origins for words as well. Drink. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think, yeah, because I sort of, if anything, would associate nostalgia more with the joy and happiness. Because, like, I would assume that if, like, for instance, if your childhood, you know, there's certain games or toys or whatever that bring up a lot of nostalgia, that's a good thing. But then, like, if you had a shitty childhood, maybe that doesn't, you don't want to bring that up. So yeah, that sense of despair or longing, if anything, that's almost like the antithesis to nostalgia for me. I feel like nostalgia is meant to sort of bring joy and a comfort in things that made you happy from like a bygone era or whatever. The thing too, though, because I remember having a conversation with somebody about this, where like, at least in the context of like modern nostalgia, how far back in your life can you like be nostalgic for? You know what I mean? It's like, I can't be nostalgic. Like, can you be nostalgic for something that happened a year ago? Or does a significant portion of time have to go back? Like, do you have to, in order for it to be deemed nostalgia, there has to be a significant amount of time that has passed in order for you to call it nostalgia and not just like a memory? You know what I mean? I was having this conversation when I was looking at doing like a Disney rewatch podcast, and again, even when I did my my DCOM one, and I sort of capped it at where my natural sort of nostalgic time frame ended, which I designated the year I graduated secondary school. But yeah, I don't know, like, can you be nostalgic for something that happened a few years ago? Or does it have to be something, like, from your formative years that then counts as nostalgia? You know what I mean? Because then as well, I was having this conversation with my in-laws, and my mother-in-law was saying how, like, she gets nostalgic for things that her children experienced. So they're not nostalgic things from her childhood, but they're nostalgic things from her children's childhood, and so she gets nostalgic for that even though she's not like the child in that situation. Does that make sense? So it's like, okay, at what point, you know, what's the official nostalgic cutoff before it just becomes like you reminiscing about memories? Interesting. I'm nostalgic when I first got a PS4, which was 8 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, and also, too, I do think now with, like, the pandemic and stuff, and, like, with lockdowns and things, there almost now seems to be a distinct, like, pre-COVID nostalgia as well, which again, that was only, you know, 2-3 years ago in terms of like when the like big full-on lockdowns were happening. So yeah, because you wonder how much of that pre-COVID nostalgia continues along like the strain of like early 2000s nostalgia or like 90s nostalgia. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. So maybe it's not, there's not like a sort of, and to be fair, I never thought there was like a black and white sort of, this is the, like, the sort of nostalgic cutoff point. But I definitely think now that's even become a bit blurrier. Or I guess maybe in the context of certain things. Like, you know, you can have nostalgia, like you said, for certain game consoles or certain toys that came out. Or certain like fashion styles or things that you connected with at certain points, but then it's almost like, I think actually now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just like spitballing here. In terms of like nostalgia, I think part of the crux of it is a sense of almost like childlike, like almost like a reminder of like a simpler time in your life, you know, like something that, like a joyous time that was like uncomplicated and like not, you know, so like heightened and that sort of a thing. So I can really see now how pre-pandemic nostalgia is a thing, because I think that for a lot of people represents a different, again, I guess a time period where people were more carefree and a lot of stuff wasn't as like heavy and weighted. I think a lot of people, like, it's sort of like a specific maybe political, social, or ecological event can sort of then have like a pre and post, and the pre to that event is where that nostalgic sort of space comes from, because I think a lot of people also felt that way after like 9/11. There's like a pre and post sort of feeling amongst that, especially obviously for people in the States. There's like a pre and post, again, more to the States, like Trump era stuff, pre and post. Yeah, exactly, 100%. That's what I'm thinking. So anything that sort of has like a distinct, before this happened, this is the way life was, and after this happened, this is how life changed. I think that then provides like a stake for people to sort of plant their nostalgia around. Like nostalgic from this point in time. But yeah. So I guess using that logic, you theoretically can be nostalgic for, you know, things at really, there's no like definitive period of time that has to pass in order for it to be considered just memories versus nostalgia. I think that was the long-winded space we got to in that respect. Why am I shifting all of this over? I didn't need to do that. I need to do some light frogging. I'm nostalgic for last week's ironing. Yeah. Is it a sense of time, you know? Is this week's ironing just so much more intense and labor-inducive, whereas last week's ironing was a much calmer and relaxing experience? So you relish in that instead. Yeah, this was not supposed to happen this way. Okay. The creases are tougher. Oh, that's the worst thing when you're ironing something and you go over it full blast heat. That happens sometimes when I'm ironing stuff to back my cross stitch projects with. And sometimes the fabric is like, haha, just kidding, we come back as soon as the like fabric cools down. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm blasting you with such an extreme amount of heat. Why are you popping back? It's really rude. these little dots here are not supposed to be up this high. Damn. That's alright. It'll just... These are supposed to be down here in the blank space, but instead I put them beside the cork, and that's not where they're supposed to go. Now the question is, do we frog this? Or do we just make a executive creative decision to leave these turned up slightly and just say that this was a strategic design choice? I'm tempted to just make it a strategic design choice, only because I think we started here and popped up in these sections, and then I don't necessarily want to frog this entire thing. Perfect. Saul has verified the game plan. So yeah, strategic design choice it is. Thank you. That's sort of where I was going with it, just because it was going to be such a ball ache to sort out, and so now we don't have to. Yay, strategic design choices. It was at all. Exactly, right? This was actually the pattern the entire time. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I obviously know exactly what I'm doing. It's all right. We're just creating... wasn't it? I read something. It's like an Irish folktale that you stitch a bit of your... You stitch part of your soul into everything that you create, so you have to leave mistakes so that your soul has a way to escape. So we're just creating a space for our soul to escape. That's all. We're doing ourselves a favor. So we don't stay trapped in the fibers. We don't want that. Yeah. Yeah, I read that somebody in one of the stitching Facebook groups I'm a part of posted something like that. And I was like, that makes me feel better. So when you you're creating an escape route for the piece of your soul that got trapped in your fiber art when you make a mistake. Or when you leave a mistake, sorry. There you go. Again, strategic design choices. It's all good. Okay. Is that all of the things on this one? Looks that way. lighter shade of orange. And then, like I said, I'm hoping before the end of stream we can get a couple of these cut out and stuck into the keychains. But if not, you know, we're just taking it easy. We're having a chill cross-stitching session, and whatever we get done, we get done. That's all we're worried about. We are just taking it easy today. No expectations, just, you know, flexible goals. Shadow's having a snooze in the spare room. We put, or not in the spare room, in our room. We put the spare room bed away in anticipation of the party on Saturday to store stuff in. And then also I want to wait until the very last minute to open that bed up again for my friend, because I don't need Shadow jumping all up in her bed before she arrives. She also has a dog, so I'm sure she would not mind that much, but I'd at least like for it to start, you know, not covered in Shadow paws and fur and such. And then, you know, if she chooses to let him snuggle up with her in the evening, that's her own choice. But yeah, so he's been spending more time in our room again, whereas before he was team spare room for a while. Now hopefully the weather will be kind to us this week. Again, the firewalk that Liam and our friend are doing on Thursday, that will be outside. They're still going to do it even if it's raining, so hopefully. But I was checking at least the London weather schedule. I haven't checked because we're going to Avebury and Glastonbury, like in Somerset, that sort of general direction, for a couple days. I've not checked the weather in that area, but as of so far it says it's meant to rain the rest of the, like, most of the weekend / week. But that was meant to happen last week as well, and then it sort of didn't. So I don't even know. It's one of those where you just kind of like prepare for all the weathers and hope that you don't have to. So we'll see what goes. I have some boots with decent insoles, not like the best insoles, but some of those. And then I'll probably bring my trainers or runners. The only reason why it's like I want to have distinct boots versus shoes is, again, if you want to get like decent trainers that are like good for walking, they always put that like cooling mesh stuff on them. Like that's what the main bulk of the shoe is made out of, to keep them like lightweight and they air out, so while you're running your feet don't get all like stinky and whatever. And it's like, that's fine, but then British weather where it like literally pisses down with rain, your feet get completely soaked, and I absolutely hate that. So to try to find like waterproof shoes that, you know, have decent support, that are good for like, you know, walking 10,000 steps a day, but are also not gonna soak your feet when the rain comes, are very difficult to come by. So that's why we will be bringing 2 pairs for the adventures. I was telling my friend, because my friend messaged me being like, oh, like, what's the weather like? How should I dress and stuff? And I'm like, you know, layers. It's one of those things around this time where it's like freezing cold in the morning, and then by the afternoon, it's like really warm. So you want to make sure you have layers, and then also, you know, British weather, it's raining all the time, so probably a rain jacket. And she's like, I don't think I own a rain jacket. So So she went on Amazon and bought like 2. She was like, I bought 2 rain jackets just in case. I was like, okay, whatever. So I said, you know, I do have an umbrella that you could borrow, but obviously when it's like windy rain, like umbrellas do shit, you know? Unless you have, like, the one I do have is sort of like a bell-shaped one, and it's clear plastic, so you can literally like shove your face in it and still be able to see where you're going. But yeah, when it's windy rain, it's like, forget about it. Hi, Ray. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Little sleepy, little sore, just, you know, doing some little recharge time. How are you? I hope you're having a good morning. I hope you have coffee in hand and the littles have been fed. Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Is it just you that's sick, or is the whole family not feeling well? That's never fun. We all just got up. Yeah. So everyone needs a bit of R&R. So we were talking about the origin of the term R&R today. But definitely. Oh no. I always feel so bad when babies aren't feeling well, because it's like, when you're an adult, it's like miserable, but you can like sort of like do things to soothe yourself. But it's like, babies don't know, man. Like, they kind of don't know what to do. They're just uncomfortable and they're upset, and rhubarb and rice. Yeah, that's definitely what it means. Well, that's good. Hopefully hubby stays good. He can take care of everyone. That's good. As long as she's a happy baby throughout all of this. That's excellent. That's what we like to hear. Happy babies all the time. That's just what she enjoys doing in general, though, isn't it? She just wants to be free. Life's too short to wear clothes when you're a baby. I'm sure in her mind, she's like, well, the dog's not wearing clothes, so why do I have to wear clothes? And I'd be like, logic checks out, tiny human. We don't have time. Yeah, no problem. Always appreciate the lurk, Ray. Make yourself some breakfast. Sending all the healing vibes you and your daughter's way. Everyone feel better. I'm sorry. Oh, did you want to become famous, Saul? My mistake. I should have saved the bot for you. To be fair, I haven't had one in a minute. I know when I first started streaming, I would get like 2 or 3, and it doesn't happen as often anymore. I don't know if it's just because, like, to be fair, I'm sure, like, of all of the platforms that people are, like, you know, interested in, I feel like probably games are probably where more bots hang out. Do you get quite a few bots, Saul? I'm like, I've not had... I have had fewer in recent weeks than usual, which is nice. Okay, what's next? We're just gonna fill in the white, and then we're gonna do this. Hey, much rather than you go. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't think I've had bot whispers. Interesting. They're diversifying their tactics. I definitely get more bots on Instagram. I've noticed that anytime I tag any of my Instagram posts with like hashtags Twitch, hashtag Twitch affiliate, like anything to do with Twitch, I'll instantly get like 2 or 3 new followers, and they're always like graphic design bots or like graphic design scammers. Because then you go and look at their page and there's maybe like 15 posts of their like graphic designs of their like emotes and their logos that they make, and they're all like super pixelated and grainy as like F, like they've obviously taken them from somewhere else. Yeah. Oh yeah, bot ones as well, constantly promote on such and such page or promote on such and such page. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. It is interesting though. I do feel bad for like the actual graphic designers out there that are trying to like network and connect with different people, because the amount of bots, like, I just then basically, if anybody has like, I don't know, it depends if they've like recently been created and have less than like 50 pictures or things on Instagram, I'm like, I don't think you're legit. Whereas some people might be just starting out, and maybe that is their situation. And I'm like, no, seems sus. How are we doing for time? Not bad. We're just past the hour and a half mark, which is pretty good. I think it took me maybe a couple hours to finish one. I'm trying to think I think it was like maybe an hour and a half to finish one. Obviously we had to finish this guy before we did this. So we should, hopefully, get this done and then be able to, like I said, cut out a few for keychains. I don't think we have time, but I was like, if we had loads of time, we could start prepping our Howl's Moving Castle project as well. But I think that will have to happen off stream, which is fine by me. Oh, nope, that was over too. We didn't need to do that. I'm excited for all the back stitching on this one. Little crow's feet. What color is this for back stitch? Oh, it's our purple. Interesting. Interesting. Oh. Boom, baby. Hi, Cedric. Long time no see, good man. How you doing? You living your best life. My nostalgic brother in arms. I hope you're out living your best life. That's what I hope for everyone. Like, I hope you get to be, you know, your authentic self with the people around you that matter, and you achieve all of your dreams and goals in life. That is my want for you. Yeah. Even though it wasn't your best life, it was pretty chill. Hey man, we'll take pretty chill. Pretty chill sounds alright. Are you gonna have some downtime in the near future, or are you just gonna keep grinding? Just busy all the time. But yeah, we'll take pretty chill. Pretty chill sounds good to me. morning, good morning. How are you doing? Thanks. Yeah, we're on our last potion bottle. And then hopefully before the end of stream, we'll cut some out and stick them in some keychains. 'Tis the goal. Yeah, man, it's all good. Yeah, I have, let me show you guys. So I have these keychains that are clear and you can pop things in them. So I'm thinking we can cut these bad boys out and pop them in some keychains, and then they will be some options for our 200 follower giveaway when we finally get there. That's the goal. But yeah, no, I've been good, and honestly, dude, never apologize for not being able to stop by. I see you on Insta, you know, it's not like you know, you've dropped off the face of the earth. I still see you out there living your best nostalgic life, and that's all that matters to me. I always appreciate when you guys get to stop by, but I like to see you out thriving on your own as well. But yeah, things have been good. Things have been hectic over here as well. I have a busy ass next few, to be fair, this month has been crazy. I feel like I'm still recovering from last Saturday, and then it's Liam's birthday today, so we have family coming over tonight. Then we're off to a charity event on Thursday, and then my friend is coming to visit for 5 days starting Friday, and that's going to involve a bunch of driving all over the country. So and then on the 29th, I'm throwing a Halloween party for the family, so it's going to be busy AF. So, but it'll be good. That's why we're keeping things nice and chill, nice and cozy, you know, lower energy today, because we are in introvert energy conservation mode. That is the plan and the goal. Really good at throwing. Thank you. Yeah, I do really enjoy it. I enjoy a good theme. I enjoy actualizing that theme. It does take a lot out of me though, so I need plenty of recharge time for said thing. But yes, thank you. I freaking love a theme. Love a theme, love a concept. Love coming up with things, making things to go with said theme. Like, thankfully all the Halloween decorations are already up, so it's not like I have to, you know, go ham in terms of that sort of setup. The decor is already up for Halloween, so I don't have to worry about that. It's so funny. I have all of these, like, little plastic bats that were stuck to the wall near my advent calendar, my Halloween advent calendar countdown thing. But the wallpaper we have downstairs is like kind of textured, and so all of the bats have just been slowly falling off the wall. And so I don't know how many I put up there. There must have been at least like 25, 30 bats up there. There are 10 left. 10 little bats hanging on. So we're placing bets to see how many bats remain on the wall by Halloween. So it looked really cool. It was like, because the advent calendar or the countdown is like, it looks like a house, like a haunted kind of castle thing. And then all the bats looked like they were flying out of the castle. And now it's like very sparse. A lot of goals to tend to. Yeah. Aw, thank you. Always appreciate it. I'm like, I'll root for you, you root for me, we root for everyone. I always love building up our friends, eh? It's important. I'm like, know that even if we don't talk every day, I see you out here thriving on, you know, on socials, and I'm always super excited and happy to see it. That goes for all of you. Unless I'm not following you on Instagram or you don't have Instagram. But I still hope that you are thriving and living your best life, and I am still sending love and support to that. I just don't always get to physically see it. Spirit bomb. Absolutely. Smells like teen spirit. Oh no. There's like some Super Saiyan spirit starting to form over here. For those of you who don't know, we have a new follower emote, which is super, super exciting. Or not follower emote, a sub emote, my bad. We do have follower emotes though. I've done a little rearranging of the emote situation, so we should have some for everyone. But yes, we have a new one, which is very exciting. Let's see if I can actually get to it from the PC. Probably not. It only like half shows up when you look for it on the PC, which is really annoying. So you can't actually get them all. But know that they're there. See, Jazzy found it. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. Like, just because
it's tea time.
I'm like, it doesn't mean that you're not being thought about. Thank you for the tea time. The tea is done, but the squash and soda water is still available. It's like leftover stuff from the party. So we finished the orange juice. Still have lemon and lime juice because I did virgin midnight margaritas for the party on Saturday. So we had a few leftover supplies, so we've just been going through that. Yeah, exactly. Just because it's tea time doesn't mean I'm not thinking about you. If anything, tea time is the right time to think about your friends, you know? Think about the people you care about while you sip your cup of tea. That's the best time to do it. Okay, we have a few more that we need, but I don't think this is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9. I got 9 needle minders. I do want to turn some of my pins into needle minders. I just haven't done that yet, but yeah, I'll show you guys. They're all on my little... This is actually like a biscuit tin from Fortnum & Mason. but I use it as my like little floss trash bag. So I got, this was the actual first needle minder I ever got, was my Canada one. So I got this Canada one that has like little Canadian stitchy things on it. There's like a loon and a maple leaf and a beaver and a mounted police. I think that's a fleur-de-lis. That's like francophone. And then I got a bunch of Disney ones. So I got, they're holding needles currently, so just disregard that. But I got Cinderella, Anna, Elsa, Snow White. The other Disney ones, I got Aurora and Belle. And then I have this awesome looking fox. And then I have a tea-powered one. But yeah, so I got many a needle minder, but you know, one can always acquire more. There's so many cute ones out there. But yeah, I have a couple like spooky stitchy buttons and pins that I think would make really cute needle minders, so I just gotta get the supplies to do that eventually. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, honestly, guys, if you have friends in your life who cross stitch or like embroidery and you're struggling for gift ideas for them, needle minders, cute ass needle minders, they will love it, I promise. Can confirm. They will thoroughly enjoy it. One can never have too many. Cute ass needle minders. Exactly. Exactly. Cute ass needle minders. Okay, so after we finish filling in this white section, we then need to do the label outline in one color. And Cedric, I think you will agree that it looks cooler with Zs. Zs. I feel like that's like peak 90s, early 2000s to spell things with Zs. Zs. So, you know, it's very on brand for us. And yeah, we've got a knot. That's not good. There we go. Got it. Fixed it. No, that's too many Z's. Too many Z's. Is it supposed to be Z's? I don't know. That's the American version. And the Canadian version is meant to be Z. We got told off in school when we called it Z when we did the alphabet. W, X, Y, and Z. People will be like, nah, that's wrong. You're like, nope, I don't know. So then that prompted us to now forever pronounce, because there's like zebra, or do you pronounce it zebra or zebra? So that's why. Hot debate. Aw, Automacer, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you so much. Where did that floof go? Why is there a floof in here? You say Z's Louise. Jeez Louise. That's right. Maybe if we do this, we can poke it out. Because I don't know where it's come from. Awesome, guys. We are now 19 away from 200. As is a real word, yeah. I told my teacher I'm American. Yeah, absolutely. All agree on all fronts. That would make sense coming from you, but I myself am not American, so that argument doesn't work from me. I'll have to ask him. I actually don't know how the Brits pronounce it. I don't know if Saul's gone off to stream, but if he's still in chat, how doth the Brits pronounce the letter Z or Z? I think they do Z. I think they pronounce it zebra instead of zebra, but don't quote me on it. Oh yeah, you're British. No, I'm Canadian, Cedric, who happens to live in the land of the Brits. But Canadian is basically like a conglomeration of American, British, and French. So, it's Z, not Z. You say this, but... to be fair, I'm trying to think of any other... just trying to think of all the other words that I pronounce. How can you make a letter in an entire sentence? Yeah. Z. The end. I don't know. I think of like Zamboni. That's a Z. But that's it's only because the Z Zad I don't know. It's one of those where sometimes, you know how like the pronunciation of a letter will change. That oh yeah. Sometimes you just need a refresher, you know? You just need a refresher sometimes, and that's all good. But yeah, you know how sometimes like certain letters, their pronunciation will change depending on like what vowel is beside it? I think that happens with the letter Z. Zid. Zad. Zood. I think it's just Z, but to pronounce it Z, Zed. I don't know, man. Like, maybe we're all pronouncing it wrong. Did you ever think of that? Stitches of this color, and then we're on to all the back stitching. There we go. Is that all of them? I believe so. Purple back stitch that we're doing, and then we do all of the black back stitch and words, and then we're finished. C'est fini. Oops, just gotta go through here first. I've not even like messing around with attempting to thread this without the threader with these flosses, because like metallic floss is such a pain in the ass to just try to thread without using one that we're just not even going to attempt it. It's like it frays so easily that it's like we don't want to mess around with that. So we are going to skip right over that. Ooh. See, it's always a toss-up for me between a dog and a monkey. Just because I would like... Well, dogs, just because I feel like my dog currently lives its best life. And then also, if I was a dog, then I could understand what my dog was saying. That would be really cool. And then a monkey, because I like the idea of being really strong and climbing and swinging, and also having a tail that, like, an extra limb that I could, like, grab stuff with. I think that would be very helpful. What about you? I think I would originally, like, you know, if I was a bird, maybe, but it's like I would only want to be a bird if I was a strong enough bird to, like, basically fly myself to Canada, and I feel like that is a lot, so probably not. Like, the only reason I would like the idea of being able to fly is so that I could, like, basically teleport myself to the people that I love. But I think if I was a bird, I would get tired before I crossed the Atlantic Ocean. Though maybe if I was like a whale or something, I could swim across the ocean. Maybe. I wouldn't want to be one forever, though. You get to chase the mailman. That's funny. Shadow loves our mailman. He's, like, known him since he was, like, a little puppy. And so every time he sees him, he gets so excited. Oh, yeah, llamas are cool. Are llamas the one that spit, or is that alpacas? You could just like spit at people that you don't like. It's like socially acceptable because you're a llama. Or again, it could be alpacas. I don't know which one of them spits. But yeah, that would be cool to be the one that spits, because then you could be like, I don't like you. Puh. Get excited, yeah? Is your dog like super friendly? Yeah, in the hometown I grew up in, there was a house that had a pet llama, and they lived on the top of a hill. And so sometimes when you were driving on the highway, you could like see the llama out of its like little llama hut at the top of the hill when you drove by. And then one time the llama actually got out and escaped and was running around my town. And they needed to get people involved to catch the llama and bring him home. There is our label, successfully outlined. Yeah. Super hyper, super bad. Oh no! They just don't like to listen. Yeah. Shadow's like super jumpy friendly, so sometimes, especially because he's like a large black dog, some people are not a fan of that, so we gotta just, for his safety more than anything, just like make sure that he behaves himself so he doesn't, people don't get upset with him. All right, it is the final color on the final potion bottle. Hopefully we have enough. I assume we do. Oh. You gotta, you know, work out what fart frequency signals different commands. And then maybe they, you know, if that's all they listen to, you gotta learn how to speak the language. What fart tone means sit? Which fart tone means wait? First dog I ever had. Guess you gotta figure something else out then. I'll stick to saying it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Is your dog quite food motivated then? Because some dogs aren't. Like Shadow was sort of touch and go. He's gotten more food motivated now, like recently. He really was when he was younger, and then he kind of got over it. But now I think he's sort of back into it. But yeah, if you can bribe them into doing what you need them to do, eventually they sort of clock on a bit. There's certain words now too that like Shadow recognizes. Right now we're trying to, and to be fair, he's getting the hang of it because sometimes he wants to play with us and he gets really hyper, and he's still like, he's almost 2, but he still kind of has like puppy tendencies, so he'll want to sort of like nibble, like play sort of nibble and stuff like that, and we're like, nah dude. So we tell him that he has to go and get his toy if he wants to play, and he has a bunch of them. He just has to figure out which one he wants. And before he kind of like didn't understand and we'd have to go and get it for him, but now he sort of stops and thinks about it and will actually go into the other room and come back with a toy for playtime. So that's really awesome. So he knows like if he wants us to play with him that he needs to bring us something to play with to avoid, you know, chewing on our hands, which is not ideal. He's really in 12% know what it is. He chews your pillows. Does he think they're marshmallows? Shadow loves a pillow. Not to eat, just to lay on. He is a full-on little princess. He loves blankies and pillows and being all snuggled up. He actually whines if there's like no blanket on the ground for him to lay down on. It's funny, it was Canadian Thanksgiving this month. It was on the 10th, I believe. It's whatever the first Monday is of the month, I think. First or second. Anyway. Yeah, second Monday of the month. And my parents asked, like, oh, we always ask each other, like, what you're thankful for and stuff. And so my mom was like, well, what's Shadow thankful for? And I had to have a think about it. And I said, blankies and quilts. Because he loves himself. He loves a good blankie and quilt. They help keep his skinny little body nice and toasty while he's laying down. Okay, this design right here, this like top of the bottle, the executive design choice we've made, kind of looks like Oblina from Ah Real Monsters. Does that not look, if we just change the colors, that is 100% an Ah Real Monsters look and face, if I've ever seen one. But it's just a bottle top. I think because she even has red eyes, this is like very apparent to me. That's amazing. Yeah, thankfully Shadow doesn't really destroy stuff. He likes to chew on things, but he doesn't like rip things apart usually. Every once in a while he does, but very rarely. What if he brought him a duck? That would be wild. He's seeing ducks and things at the pond. He's never, like, really gone for them. To be fair, we've never tried to encourage his prey drive because he has, like, a lot of little dog friends, and, like, a lot of our friends have small dogs, and so we don't, like, little floofy things, and so we don't want to encourage him to, like, attack anything or, like, mistake something for something else. So we've never encouraged it. So thankfully, he's never attempted. He did get into a scrap with one of the neighborhood cats the other day. To be fair, there's a lot of like outdoor cats in our neighborhood, and they don't give a fuck. So I guess Liam was walking Shadow the other day, and Liam didn't see the cat. Shadow saw him, and he, like, went for him. Like, but he does it to play. So he, like, wags his tail, and he, like, wants to play with him. It's not malicious. It's not, like, again, like I said, it doesn't appear to be a prey thing. And I guess he got up in this cat's face, and the cat, like, full-on swatted him on the nose, and then Shadow, like, got scared and ran back to Liam. So it's like, yeah, dude, like, don't mess with the neighborhood cats. They've seen some shit. They'll mess you up. I don't want to get into the habit of that, because, again, we saw another cat today on our walk, and I kept him close. I didn't want him to kind of go after him. But it's only because I don't want him to accidentally get scratched and then, like, us have to take him to the vet and it get infected and things. I think this was sort of like a one-off. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. It clearly hasn't turned him off of all cats, just the ginger one that lives in the alleyway. So we'll see what happens, because like I said, there was a different cat that he full on, like, he wanted to play with today. And I'm like, no, dude, you gotta leave the cats alone or else they're gonna bop you in the face. Need to cut some more black thread. Interesting. Cats and dogs still hate each other. Wow. Not all of them, just these ones. I know lots of cats and dogs that, like, coexist peacefully together, but, you know, Shadow has not learned, and these are, like, these cats they've seen some shiz. They're hardened to the world, whereas Shadow's a little princess. So I think Shadow talks a big talk, but, you know, these cats can really mess them up. Oh. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Next month our Twitch baby will be born, Dungtae. Hi. How you doing? Yeah, one more month and we have a whole ass baby together. How exciting. How are you? I hope you're having a fabulous Tuesday. Ooh, which cosplay? That's exciting. Is it like a lot? Do you have a lot of stuff to do? Or have you been working on it and you've got most of it done? Sorry, my brain was like short-circuiting. I couldn't word. Okay. Okay, now we're making little crow's feet. Soul color, lots of machine embroidery. Oh, handmade, that's really cool. Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna have to look them up. Oops. Soul caliber. Oh, that's gonna be wicked. Yeah, that's gonna be lots of feathers. That's really cool. Is there one, because it looks like there's a bunch of different games. Two-piece feather outfit. Oh, here's different ones. I know these are just different designs. Is it this one? Because that looks like an awesome corset. And it's like all embroidered and stuff like that. The red feather one. Yeah, it looks like this one. Not the green one then. This is really cool though. Those feathers are going to be cool. How are you making the feathers then? I'm fascinated by this. That chest piece, like, obviously, well, the whole thing's going to be awesome, but I'm like, that chest piece is probably going to be so fun to make. It might be a bitch because you have to make a bajillion feathers, but, like, it's going to look so cool. Wow. That's very labor intensive. That's gonna look really cool though. So that was like 10 years ago. Yep. Oh, I love that. I feel like a lot of us are sort of in that headspace where we're like finishing our various stash supplies. You're like, I have a project in my to-do list that's just not been completed. I should really get on that. That's awesome. No, that's the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, definitely. That's gonna be so satisfying when you do that. Because I assume, like, with cosplay competitions, I'm sure there's, like, different rules or different categories and stuff in terms of things. So, like, yeah, for it to be 100% handmade, I think that would warrant, well, I think it would warrant a prize. Enough floss for this. I think we might actually have to do some more, which is interesting. Okay, that'll be really cool. Yeah, that's a really clever idea. Damn, you're gonna be like this badass acrobat warrior awesomeness. DMC 310. That's alright. Not bad, actually, considering that that's the only one we've needed to cut more of the entire time we've been working on this. Okay, let's grab that. Might as well grab these while we're here. Ooh, bring this down as well. Okay. So we just need a little bit more DMC 310. I'm not going to do a massive amount because obviously we're just doing like one thread, and this will all end up being rewound in a minute, but it's okay. Get the big skizzers out for when we set up for the keychain creation. That there. I ran out of black thread, so I needed to cut some more. That's what you've missed. There we go. Oh, don't want to get. There we go. Okey-dokey. Miss Blot though. Hey man, listen to your manager unless they're an asshole, but you still probably should listen to them so you don't get fired, but then take it up with HR in terms of their assholeness. That's my advice. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with you. See, I'm very much a rule-abiding people pleaser, almost to a detriment. So I couldn't be as rebellious as you, Cedric. I don't have it in me. I'm too much of a goody two-shoes, and I know it. That is thoroughly secured. Yeah, maybe that's the problem. I didn't watch enough WWE, formerly known as WWF, growing up. So I lost. I have no edge. Hey man, I'm all for self-love. I think that's awesome. Hi, Pete! How you doing today? I hope you're having a fabulous Tuesday and you had a decent weekend. We are almost finished our potion cross stitches and getting ready to transform them into keychains. Fair enough, yeah. That's fair. You've been scorned too many times, so you've adopted the fuck it approach. I can respect that. I can appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad your weekend was okay. Mine wasn't bad. I hosted a very successful baby shower for Liam's cousin, and have spent, you know, the last 3 days recovering from it. There was like, I don't know, over 16 people in the house. So I needed, I was in full-on entertaining mode. And so now my introvert bubble is, in the process of being refilled. We will get there eventually. Oh yes, Ice Cube also to thank for your fucking attitude. That's fair. Alright, is that all the little crow's feet? I believe so. Very good. I believe we are finished. Okay. So let's switch gears into keychain mode. Oop. Can move these out of the way. Grab these. Don't need those. Alright, let's pop these off the hoop. Let's see what we're working with. So these are our finished potions. So we have, ooh, kind of is it blurry as, yeah. Eye of Dragon, good old fashioned poison, zombie tonic, snake oil. DMarie76, thank you so much for the follow. We have snake slime and crow's feet. Thank you so much for being here. Happy to have you. So the next plan, I think we're gonna do these ones first just because I feel like some of these require a bit of an iron and I don't have that set up. So to make my life easier, we're just gonna, so in order for this to fit in here, we did sort of give like a rough sketch before, but I think we're just gonna redo it just to make sure everything is like kind of even. We're just eyeballing though. I'm not that picky about centering things. So we'll do this. And obviously when we go to cut in order for this to fit, we need to cut in a little bit smaller than this. And then we also have this black cardstock that I have had for a very long time. It's sort of seen better days, but I think for the purposes of this, it will work. I think I might cut this in half already, just to make it easier to work with. Ah! I don't even remember what I initially had this for. I love when you can get a good scissor glide. Okay. So use this. This is a fabric, whatchamacallit, pencil, I guess, fabric marking pencil, but it's white, so that will be helpful with marking on the black paper. Okay, let's cut these out. all the fingers and toes crossed that they fit. I think the other thing with this pencil as well is you can just brush off the, yeah, it's like already gone. Cool. Push that out of the way. Let's cut this out. On the inside of the pencil marks. And if it doesn't fit exactly, we can obviously trim bits off as and when we need to. Okay, let's see if this fits. Oh, it's pretty ding dang perfect. How about this guy? No, you seem a little bit too big. Just like a smidge. Ooh, let's just check this guy out. That is pretty perfect. Okay. Let's just maybe cut the thinnest little amount. Okay, and then we just need the tiniest smidge off the side. Ho, now we see if this actually shuts fully. Boom! Check it out! And then there's just the back. Just got a little black background. Keep it nice and simple. No muss, no fuss. So it's not double-sided, but it still looks pretty freaking cute. All right, let's do another one. Just to keep it safe. And then, like I said, when we reach 200 followers, these little keychains will be some of our giveaway options when we get to that point. And then just a reminder to everybody that this is the only stream for this week. I am going to support Liam and my friends do a charity fire walk on Thursday, so we won't be streaming then. And then I'm picking up my best friend from Canada who I've not seen in over 3 years at the airport, and we are starting our British shenaniganing adventures, so that will be why we are not streaming Friday. And then she is here until the following Wednesday. So so next Thursday and Friday we will be streaming. And at that point we will be needle felting and playing one of our spooky nostalgic games. Last week we played Nightmare Before Christmas for the Game Boy Advanced. We have to determine if we still want to play that game, continue playing that game, or if we want to swap to either the Addams Family or the Haunted Mansion game. So we'll see. This one, I feel it kind of needs to be a bit more cut directly on this section. But yeah, so that's what's happening. But yeah, usually what happens if you're new here, we cross stitch on Tuesdays, we needle felt on Thursdays, and we play nostalgic Throwback Friday type games. Why is this not? Okay. Sorry, it just seemed really not even, but I think it is. But yeah, that's what happens here. And this month, obviously, it's our spooky month. But next month, we are going to be Studio Ghibli themed. So I've been currently rewatching all of the Studio Ghibli films. Or I'm in the process of watching them. This one's a little bit tight. So we will be doing, obviously, a tier list ranking of the films. We will be cross-stitching Howl's Moving Castle, and we will be needle felting some Ghibli creations, or Ghibli characters, sorry, to be determined what we are going to be making. I'm open to suggestions, so that is what will be happening next month. Okay, this is still, I think, because it's a little bit crooked. I feel like we lucked out with the first one and everything like fit perfectly. This guy is a little bit more of a pain in the butt. There we go. That fits much nicer. Now we're going to cut out our piece of black cardstock. A little bit. It's still a bit tight, so let's do the tiniest bit more here. There we go, that's better. There we go. There's another one. There's our snake oil. Okay, I think we have enough time to start one more. We'll see if we can get away with not ironing it. Which one? Probably the snake slime. How many more do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4. eyeballing it. Okay. Possibly here. There's the pencil. Look who's decided to come and see us. Hello. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Oh, a big stretch. Yeah, did you have a nice nap? Yeah? Do you want to say hello? Yeah? Do you want to say hello? He's like, no, not really. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do one more. And then anybody has any raid suggestions? We need to go. Please let me know. To go and prep for the arrival of the family. Oh, why are you sneezing so much, dude? Yeah, why are you sneezing so much? Okay, I think this one had a little bit of pencil schmutz on it. So let's just yeah, I'm almost done. Yeah, I know. Your life is so tough. Yeah. Ding dang good. Okay, yeah, I think there is a little bit of pencil on the side of this, so we're just gonna here we go. That's fine. Very quickly do one more here, and then we will braid out. I'm really excited that we actually got to finish some of these and actually turn them into keychains. Gonna try and get the rest of those done in the next, I don't know, couple days or so. Shouldn't take too long. Size of this. Thank you. Yes, I'm so happy to see you again, Cedric. I hope the rest of your day is lovely, and I hope to see you again soon. Perfect. Here we go. And there's our snail slime. Oh, I'm holding this in the complete wrong spot. There we go. There. Cool. So, I'm just gonna put them back in the bags to protect them. So we have 3 of our 6. We have our crow's feet, our snake oil, and our snail slime. And then I will put the Eye of Dragon, Poison, and Zombie Tonic in keychains as well. And then that will be some more 200 follower giveaway fodder. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. It's been a nice little recharge sesh. I very much appreciated just keeping things a bit more low-key today. Let's go see which of our friends is online. Well, I think as per, we're gonna go and visit our friend Saul, just because, you know, we always do. And yeah, if there's anything else, I think I will see you guys next week, next Thursday. That's all right with you. I think Saul's just gearing up. He's playing some more vintage games. We always enjoy that. And yeah, I'm gonna finish these guys up and prepare for hubby birthday festivities. So see you guys all later. Bye.